This is one of the most beautiful endgame puzzles that needs to think deep and big and see the plan. First move is easy. White wants to give us perpetual check. We want to avoid it. And let me explain the situation. White at some point wants to go to c7 or c8 with the rook, and then when we queen the pawn, sack a rook and win the queen, and in return push its own pawn to make it queen. Therefore, we want to make life hard for white and don't allow it to go to c7 easily, because the other rook in the 8th rank can defend the pawn easily when it is queening. Therefore, we block the c7. No, white says that anyways I want to go there. Of course, we don't go to the c file, because then we allow white to give a check and be ready to sack a rook for the queen. Therefore, we go to the e file, e6 or e5, and this is the most important move of the game. It is very difficult move to see before without knowing the plan. You cannot randomly play this move. What is our plan then? We know that white anyways goes to the c file and sacks the rook. Our plan is to give a check and then queen the pawn, but in a way that we don't allow white to capture our pawn. So we give a check at some point. White goes up with the king. Can go to f2? It cannot, because then we queen with a check and white cannot capture the pawn. Therefore, white has to go to h2. What that means? It means that at some point we can reroute our rook and come here and give a check and win that pawn, right? So what that means? It means that we should vacate the path for the rook to enable to come in.